Welcome back to Wave of Docker. This is episode 9 of Waves Faves. We're doing NFL Week 12. I'm shooting this on Thursday. It is 12:01 in the afternoon, so I'm not clairvoyant or the Lions game hasn't even started yet. So we're good. We're in the clear. I have proof. It's episode of 9 of Waves Faves, NFL Week 12. Let's jump right into it. Like and subscribe. Let's just go. All right, so Lions-Packers. I'm taking the Lions. The Lions, this is like one of the best Lions teams of recent memory. They are like 8-2 for the first time since like 1962. They're playing really good football. They're just finding ways to win. And it's pretty fun to watch after the Lions just, existing in mediocrity for the last 60 years. So yeah, I'm taking them over the Packers today. Next up is Commanders-Cowboys. I'm taking the Commanders. I don't know. It's just a gut feeling. I hate the Cowboys, obviously. And I'm gonna keep picking the Commanders until they win. Cause I keep doing it because I'm just like, after the games that they played against the Eagles, I'm just like, Sam Howell's a confident quarterback. And I don't know. I'm feeling something. So I'm taking the Commies over the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys. Oop, sorry. Yeah, I hate the Cowboys. Next up is Seahawks Niners. I'm taking the Seahawks. I'm going back to back upset. I don't know what's coming over me now, but I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, screw the Niners. Seahawks are beating them. I don't know. Geno Smith, legacy game? I don't know. DK Metcalf, sign language, taunt maybe? We'll see. I'm taking the Hawks. Next up, Dolphins Jets, Black Friday, 3 o'clock, like Amazon Prime game. That's like the worst sentence I've ever uttered in my life. I'm taking the Dolphins though. Yeah, and I think the Jets, they're starting, they're not starting Zach Wilson. I forget the name of the guy that they're starting, but they're not starting Zach Wilson. So I think that puts them in a worse position to win, honestly. I think Zach Wilson's an all right quarterback. I think he's fairly competent. I think, he's probably the best option for what that New York has right now, but they're not beating the Dolphins. Next up is Saints-Falcons. I'm taking the Saints. No real reason. I just think the Falcons are kind of just playing really bad football right now. They haven't really figured out what to do with their offense. They have some pretty solid weapons and Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson. But I don't know. And I think they started Heineke last week. He did pretty all right. But yeah, I'm taking the Saints. Next up is Bengals Steelers. The Steelers fired Matt Canada, so that's pretty good for their offense. And they are 6-4 now. They lost last week to the Browns. And the Bengals are starting, what's his name? Jake Browning, I think, over Joe Burrow, since Joe Burrow is injured for the rest of the year. But still, I'm taking the Bengals. I think it's just the Bengals are a pretty good football team. And they've kind of, played some all right football since starting off really poorly. I think they're right around 500 right now. But I don't know. Divisional game. It's getting late in the season. I'm taking the Bengals. Next up is Panthers Titans. I'm taking the Panthers. I don't know. I'm feeling a Bryce Young. I'm the first overall pick kind of game. Where it's just obviously the Panthers are the worst team at football this year. But, I'm feeling the game is just you know what? Let's silence the haters for one game and just kind of beat a Titans team that isn't very good either. Next up is Buccaneers Colts. I'm taking the Bucks. No real reason. I just feel good. I think the Bucks that beat the Titans a few weeks ago. I think did they play last week? I forget. Doesn't really matter to me. But I'm taking the Bucks. Next up, Eagles Bills. Taking the Birds. Kelly Green game, 4 o'clock game. Back at the link. What else? Well, what else can you ask for? Eagles had a pretty big win against Kansas City last Monday night. Really ugly game. Very defensive game. But this Eagles team is finding ways to win. We're 9-1. We're looking good. I think even in the games where the Jets loss is really the only game. Obviously, it's our only loss, and the only game that really stands out is besides the defense. It's weird because no matter every game, at least one of our either offense or defense is showing up. And obviously, we're 9-1, but there hasn't been a week yet where neither of those showed up. Because let me think of an example. The two Commanders games, defense was kind of poor, but our offense, put up 30, 35 plus points in each game. Jets lost, we lost and didn't score a lot of points. It was only scored 14 points. But the defense kept the Jets under 20. And it's just that balance is just, Someone's barking outside. There's like good teams find ways to win, and this is a good team, and we're finding ways to win. So we're gonna beat the Bills on Sunday. Kelly Green, pretty cool. Let's go. Next up is Pats Giants. I'm taking the Pats. These are probably the two just like worst looking teams in NFL. Like I know the Panthers are the worst record wise, but just like the Patriots and Giants, like they're just playing ugly football. And Tommy DeVito did lead the Giants to a win last week against Washington, but they're gonna lose this week, I think, to the Pats. No real reason. Next up is Texans Jaguars. I'm taking the Texans. CJ Stroud has just been that guy. And the Jaguars have been a weird team this year. I think they're like 6-4. Actually no, they might be 7-4. Maybe 7-3. No, they're definitely like 6-4. But whatever. I don't know. Like I just feel like they haven't really done anything exceptionally well. I think the Texans are going to beat them. Next up is Broncos Browns. The Broncos are on a roll right now. They've won, I think, 4 or 5 straight games. I think they're going to win 5 or 6 or whatever number they're at over the Browns, because the Browns, they're starting Dorian Thompson route, whatever his name is, Dorian Finney-Smith. And I don't know. I think the Broncos are just going to keep on moving. Russ is looking like vintage Russ. And I don't know. They're playing good football. Next up is Cardinals Rams. I'm taking the Cards. I don't know. Kyler Murray's back. I think they won last week. They had a comeback win. No, that was 2 weeks ago against. Wait, was it? I need to check. I don't remember. I only watched the Eagles games. No, the Cardinals lost to the Texans last week. But I don't know. I just think since Kyler Murray's back, this Cardinals team, they're figuring it out. I think they're going to beat the Rams. Next up is Chiefs Raiders. I think the Chiefs are going to bounce back against Las Vegas. I think they're going to win pretty handily. I think the Chiefs, when they lose, they know how to adjust. Like, they lost to the Lions week 1, and then they won 5 straight games. And then they lost to the Broncos, and they won 2 straight, and obviously they just lost to the Eagles. But the Eagles lost, I know, all this stupid media and, Twitter GMs or whatever are saying, that the Chiefs lost that game. But, I mean, it's football. The Eagles have had, we employed Jalen Reagor and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside for a few years. Those were, our wide receiver 2 and 3s. Football is football. I don't know. I'm going on a rant here, but I think the Chiefs are going to bounce back and beat Las Vegas. Next up is Chargers-Ravens. I'm picking the Chargers, I guess. My pick philosophy here is just so bizarre. I think every single Ravens game I've gotten wrong. And I was talking with my friend, I was like, you need to go with your gut, but go against what your gut says. My gut's saying that the Ravens are a better football team than the Chargers, but, maybe go against what my gut's saying and pick the Chargers. And that's my reasoning. The Bolts are going to beat the Birds. The Crows. The Eagles are the Birds. Sorry, Baltimore. And finally, Vikings-Bears, Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Vikings. The Vikings they lost to Denver last week. And, Josh Dobbs didn't look too good, but I think he's going to bounce back. He's going to show that he is a rocket scientist. That's today's video. Gosh, my YouTube. I need to think of more ideas. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But those are my picks. I went 6-8 last week. Not very good. I'm at 45-38 right now. So I'll try to improve that. I think all 32 teams play this week. So I can get to 61-38. That'd be pretty cool. But I think that's almost statistically impossible. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.